Hey YouTube, Salty Coral Tank here. Just wanted to do a quick nighttime update on my clam growth. I noticed some pretty big scutes the other day, and I just wanted to give you a little zoom in on that. This is going to be a 4-month update for him specifically. It's nighttime, so I just woke the tank up. Rather, all the fish are still asleep. I just turned the lights on really quickly. And I'm just going to take a look at his little scutes here. This is all new growth, I'd say from about here, about midway. And he's throwing on the calcium there. This guy is growing like a weed. This is the place that I always poked. If you look back at my 2.5-week video and my 3.5-week video, this line down here where the tip is, way down towards the bottom, is where that growth was. So he has about 1/2 centimeter probably of growth total in the last 4 months, and he's starting to put another scute off here. If I go to the side, you'll be able to see this starting to throw out. I'm going to zoom in on a couple of these places here because he has some really impressive growth all around here. And he'll eventually probably start throwing a scute out here. Yeah, that's all brand new growth up here. So I'd say about 1/2 centimeter's worth, or maybe even 1 centimeter worth here on this scute. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so again, all new growth there. Basically all new growth here. I mean, yeah, take a look at that video, the 2.5-week update and the 3.5-week update. Somewhere in there I update on my clam, but it is just crazy how much he's grown. This is all new growth. You can see where it goes from the dark to the light. All this is new calcification all along here. So that just goes to show you that if you have consistent water parameters, if you keep everything nice and adequate for these guys, for all your corals and stuff like that, they're going to put on loads of new growth. My calcium's around 430. My alkalinity is around 9.5 to 10. Oh, and I just realized that's a little scute there forming right on the end. And these corals are starting to grow. Let's see here. This is starting to encrust into the rock. Finally, my atomic cumulus. This guy has covered all of his super glue. And this base is encrusting really well. He was a little wiggly at times, but I think he's a lot stiffer than he used to be. My Passalapora down there that was a remnant from years ago that I actually found when I moved my tank. He's starting to grow. And then take a look at my digitata in the 2.5-week or the 3.5-week updates I did. He was, here he is. He was really a lot smaller, probably around here. And this is all new growth all the way up there. This, he was probably around there, and now he's all the way up here. So just really quickly, things are looking good. My grafted banana hammock is starting to encrust. He's all the way down just to about the rocks. And then my bonsai is encrusted almost back towards, actually it looks like this back corner, he is off that back edge and starting to encrust down. So things are looking really swell. And that was just a quick update mainly on my clam because I was so surprised at its growth the other day. It is just growing like mad, and he is hoovering up the calcium and the alkalinity. If I'm not on top of it, it will drop. If I'm not dosing, say my doser cuts out for a day or something like that, it'll drop almost a point or so in a single day for my alkalinity, and it'll drop almost 16 to 20 points a day for calcium. I mean, obviously, he's not the only thing that's taking up the calcium and alkalinity, but, you know, he is probably the biggest user of those elements in this tank so far. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are awesome, and have a good week. Thanks a lot.